Alright guys, tonight we're going to talk about another home run from a micro brand that you guys are probably all well aware of. That is the Nodus brand. This is the Contrail, and of course this is an automatic, and it has the 12-hour bezel, bi-directional, done correctly. So this one has a lot of things done correct for us watch enthusiasts, because it is made by watch enthusiasts. Wes and Cullen, the owners of Nodus, are first and foremost watch enthusiasts. So when they come out with a brand, that's the approach they took to it, of course with some design and business sense on top of that. That's also a necessary thing. But when they start creating some pretty cool models, such as this Contrail, and they understand what the community wants, then that's how you get some pretty cool watches. So it's always nice to have enthusiasts actually start brands instead of just people that are looking for a quick buck. I can't imagine there's that much money in micro brands anyway. I could be wrong, but so I've had the Nodus Contrail on the channel before. I've never taken a look at the white dial, and I really like it. They used a really good application of C3 Luminova on this, and it's nice that they have that little bit of almost green pigment to it, so it helps it really pop out from that stark white dial. Case size, you're looking at, I got a couple different measurements for you, but if you look at just the case minus the bezel, you're at about just under 39.5 millimeter. If you measure just the bezel, which actually sits out just a little bit from the case, then you're talking about 40.4 millimeter. The lug to lug is only 47.4 drilled lugs, nice turn down to them. And thickness is 13.2, but that includes that boxed crystal. It is a sapphire crystal with green anti-reflective coating on the underside. And 20 mil lug width, nicely fitted bracelet, pretty tight in there. H-link tapering down to about 18, just under 18 millimeter. Milled out clasp, fold over, double pushers, 6 micro adjust, and a nice signed fold over keeper. So everything's sorted out there. You have a nice transitioning from brush to polish. Nothing over the top. Everything is just as you would expect. Full brushing on the bracelet. I think that pairs up really nice to the brushing on the top of the watch. Again, you have your polished relief edges. Knurled crown signed, and then knurling around the bezel. So everything's cohesive. You have a pretty cool case back. Has those aircraft on there throwing out some contrails. Designed and assembled in Los Angeles. So, of course, using various parts from around the globe, but they are actually assembled by Wes and Colin, or one or the other. I'm not really sure who does the assembling. I want to say it's Colin. But so let's take a closer look at that dial. You can see it almost has like an enamel look to it. I don't think it is an enamel dial. I could be wrong. Nice blue printing on the Contrail. The brand's logo up top. Applied indices with polished edges. Nice seconds track all the way around. Framed out date window. Nice white or silverish, I can't really tell, on the date disc with black printing. Excellent handset. Beveled and polished. I do like the seconds hand is actually tipped off with some lume there too. Ties in really nice with everything. At first when I was looking at it, I almost didn't see it. I thought, wow, that's a really short seconds hand, but it's there. They just tipped it with the lume, which is nice. So, bezel action, bi-directional, like I said, very well done. Easy to use, lines up with everything, so you can track another time zone if you want. You can use it a couple different ways, I'm sure, but the bracelet, I do like an H-link. I think a lot of you guys probably do, but when you get a really short H-link stack like this, it makes it sizing so much easier. I've had some larger H-link, like for example, my Zen 104, which, again, because the owners of Nodus are enthusiasts, you can kind of look, some of the inspiration is from the Zen 104. I mean, they're not going to deny it or hide it. I mean, they are inspired by these other really cool watches, and that's what they want to implement some of those design features into the watches they make. But when you do the large H-link like this, and then you don't put very many micro adjust in it, there's some people that straight up cannot get the Zen 104 H-link bracelet to fit their wrist correctly. It's almost like you're, in between sizes and they can't dial it in. But when you have the shorter H-link like this, you can, I mean, it's night and day difference. So now you can, I mean, it's not quite two of them, but you can see what's happening here. So it's easier to get a correct size on your wrist. So no matter the size of your wrist, you're going to be able to get this thing to fit on your wrist well. So price on this guy, they're $600. I'll put a link to Nodus website down in the description. I just checked it. They do actually have this particular colorway in stock right now, is what their website says. It has the Miyota 9015 movement in there, and it's super accurate. Matter of fact, here's the information that comes with it. Serial number assembled by, I'm guessing that's Cullen, so I think I was right. Cullen assembles them. They have like a 24-month warranty, but I just noticed this. I did not have this on the first one I got. Apparently they regulate them in 4 positions, and they tell you what the positions are. So pretty cool. I did not throw it on the time grapher to verify it. It's getting kind of late, guys, otherwise I would. But I trust that they did. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to close you out with a Lume shot. Also, Chris, my buddy Chris, that lent in that Laurier, and then I got a Seaward that I'm going to show too, that his big thanks to Chris for lending in a few watches. So man, look at that. Every light condition it changes to. You get into low light and that stark white dial with those loomed out indices and hands and everything. I never really cared for white watches before, but now I'm like drawn to them big time. So you get a really nice glow on that lume, heavily applied, good formula, and it actually kind of plays. I don't know if it's picking up on camera. I think it is. But when you get that box sapphire crystal, it really kind of plays with the edges of it. It's very nice. And then, of course, the loomed pip up top. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you tomorrow.